things like with music and everything. So like, what inspires you when it comes to like music and dance and things like that? Just the all around movement of that.
The whole movement. What pretty much inspires me is the whole thing as a whole. Like, I didn't come to college starting off like for strictly to dance, music, stuff like that. I came here to get education, but it all started when I was younger. So when I was younger, I always used to dance. So, you know, they just knew, oh, little Addy, Addy Jr., because I'm a junior. So they used to call me, oh yeah, Addy Jr., he always dancing, stuff like that. So as I was getting older and older, like I started to dance. Then, you know, I started dancing with Lenny, started dancing with Drake, Shay in high school. Then we get to college. It's just always something that grew on me. It's just there. Came to college, I developed a passion for DJing. So right there, then I had a mentor to teach me like how the ins and outs. So he taught me, I'm a visual learner, so he taught me just by doing it, and I just watched it and fell in love with it. So all that plays in a factor with music, and then music, it moves me, which causes me to dance. So it's like a chain reaction. So that's how, you know, that's pretty much what inspires me, is the whole culture as a whole. Any type of music, I'm talking country, R&B, hip-hop, any type. That's what pretty much inspires me.
Now in the future, like, what are some of your goals? What are some things you want to accomplish overall when it comes to basically anything?
In the future, I actually want to work for a corporation, right? I want to make billions of dollars, put it like that.
That's good.
I also want to work for, you know, a little behind the scenes. I don't really like the limelight. I like to be the guy to, you know, put in the work and make a good amount of money, a substantial amount of money. So I don't want to be like the face. But if I am the face, that's great. I'm very humble. I don't like to, you know, showboat, showcase, stuff like that. So a few years from now, I expect to work in like a corporation, or like I really want to own my own dance studio, or be able to like teach classes. Specifically, I want to move to like Cali. I have big dreams like Brazil, stuff like that, just to go anywhere foreign and like open up some type of studio so we can get like diversity around me. So
okay. Now I know you since high school, and I remember me, you, Shay, and Drake, we used to all dance together. And then, like, you know, after high school, me and Drake, we was chilling. We didn't do that stuff anymore. But, like, you and Shay still dancing. I always noticed that, like, you were the best one. You always snapped out of all of us. Like, and I see now, like, you actually, like, create dances and create, like, new, like, I don't know what it's called, like, the New Jersey or Philly movement. Like, if you can go into that, like, how did that, you can name the dance and then, like, go into it. But, like, how do you guys go about the process of creating new dances?
Okay. So everybody knows Jersey Club originated like way back when. So when I first started, you know, getting used to Jersey Club, dancing in general, I didn't start off with Jersey Club. I started off with the, you know, regular pop locking, tick, tut, breakdancing, stuff like that. I started off with those. Then I developed a passion for Jersey Club when I was a sophomore in high school. So I heard the music and I was like, well, yeah, I'm loving it. And then Baltimore Club played a factor as well. Baltimore Club and Jersey Club music are totally different. So the way that we go about creating dances, it would just be me, my brother Crank, also my brother Taz. We'll be in the studio and we'll just sit there and like listen to the music, get a vibe. Then we start to do stuff and it's like, oh, that's hot, bro. Well, let's turn this into a dance. So let's see what we can do. Then we start doing it, and then when it looks good, we make it float. Then that's how we come up with the dance. Then we'll create a routine. As far as the music, we let the DJs handle that part. The DJs, producers, they make up like the dances, and then once they see the dance, they actually like put it in the song. They can name the dance and just say, oh, move in a circle, and then you move in a circle, and then stuff like that. So that's how we come up with the dances. You know, we're just in the studio, just chilling like bros, and then it just happens. So
now you obviously like made the best of everything when it was even in high school, and it seems like even in college. Now, can you name like what's been your favorite like era when it came to high school or college? Like which like how fun? What's been the most fun for you, like college or high school, when it came to just overall experience?
The most fun, I would say, college. High school, I had a lot of memories with you, Drake and Shay, but, you know, coming to college, if we all went to the same college, I think it would be crazy. It would have been crazy because, you know, Lenny, he's doing film now. Me and Shay dancing. You know, Drake, he's doing what he's doing. So I think Drake wouldn't have fell off if, you know, as far as if we was all together. But my experience that I like the most would probably have to be college, because I met a group that, you know, I grew on to people from freshman year. I've been hanging with the same people since freshman year in college. It didn't change and wouldn't change. We all share a passion for dance. My brother Taz that just came, he's a freshman now, so he grew on to us, but I knew him previously when he was in high school. He lives in Jersey and I'm in Delaware, so that's, you can see the bond that connected there. College would be my favorite experience, you know, getting the dances right, making dances, everything. It's just something that inspired me. It's something that changed me for the better, at least. So I would say college.
And what? Shoot, because you got famous off two things that I've seen. From what I witnessed, you got a lot of Vine exposure and shoot. To me, I believe Twitter and Instagram exposure, like where you're really up there with people, like you really trend, like almost every time you make a video. How did it feel the first time when you got like recognized on social media? People were like, you know, buzzing up like, yo, this boy snapping. I was like, oh, Snap, I know him. That's like Cortez. So how did it feel like when you first started buzzing?
It was cool. The first video I started buzzing off was Vine, and it was, I think that had about 70,000 views. Meek tweeted it, Kyrie Irving tweeted it, everybody retweeted it. So that was off of Vine, and it was how Jersey people wake up. So it was like I was sleeping and the music came on, pop up and started dancing, started moving. That buzz. So the first time that happened, I was excited, but then you get used to it, because a lot of people when they start to trend off of something, their ego gets boosted. So it's like, oh nah, I'm not even worried about it. I won't do videos with him. I won't collab with him. I'm not talking to, like, their head gets pumped up. Me, it was just after the first one, I was like, yeah. And I had to pay homage to my brother that recorded it. So, my brother Tristan, he recorded it for me. That's my cousin, but that's like my brother. He recorded it, and then I showed everybody, and then everybody that retweeted it, showed love. I appreciate everybody. I'm not that guy, so it was cool. And now it's just normal to me. Like if I start trending off a video, it'll just feel normal. And then if people like it, they like it. So
that's a good thing. So I think that's how like you actually stay relevant, because I noticed since like at least 2012 to now, when people do trend a lot and their heads get big, they like fall off the map. It's like they're only good for a year. But like I noticed with you, like you actually trend and you stay relevant for about like 4 years now, and it's and that's good. So like in your mind, when it comes to younger kids trying to make it, you know, just have fun social media wise and get known, your advice to them would just to always be humble. Always.
If you, in anything you do, whether if it's music, dance, videos, anything, you have to stay humble, because I believe that God has a plan for you. So don't ruin that plan. If you're doing well, stay relaxed. Don't appreciate the people that's helping you. Appreciate the ideas that's being thrown at you. You're gonna have criticism, hard criticism. I actually want hard criticism, so I know what I'm doing wrong. So when you get criticism, don't take it the wrong way. Like, oh, these people don't want to see me eat. They don't want to see me do anything. They some haters, blah, blah, blah. So my advice to, you know, younger guys, you got to be humble. You got to stay relaxed, because your time will come. Even if it doesn't look like that, it will come. Right now, I'm not where I want to be right now. Right now, if anything, I want to see my face on, like, big screen, wilding out, stuff like that. Just off of funny videos, dancing videos, anything. I would love to appreciate that, you know. But that's all part of, like, dreams. So, you know, I will make my dreams a reality. So I'll try so hard. So, you know, that would just be my advice to the younger guys. Just relax and keep doing you. Your time's gonna come.
Okay. And when you dance, like you seem to pick up the any dance you learn, any new dance naturally, like no problem. Is it easy for you to pick up, or are some of them kind of hard to do and you just practice a lot with it?
When you've been dancing for a while, it comes to you. So if I see new dance, for example, bet you can't do it like me, can't medley rock like me, that I seen it. I was one of the first people to make a video to it, but it didn't buzz until after the owner that made the dance until he reposted it. So everybody was like, oh, whoa, this dance is hot. Then that's when I started getting love on Twitter and stuff like that. Originally, I didn't get love, but I didn't mind it because, I mean, nobody knew the dance yet. So now it's been trending like millions. He's getting millions of views. So when people see that, it's just like, oh man, that kid, he was the one that did it. So it's real easy for me to pick stuff up. If I see a dance, I'll call Taz, I'll call Crank and say, hey, is this new dance that came out? We got to hit the studio like right now. If I'm in class, I'll be watching videos in class, and then, you know, I'm like, oh man, we got to get to the studio like right away. So as soon as class ends, right to the studio, start practicing. Within like give or take 30 minutes, the dance should be just about good. So that's how we get into it.
All right. Now this category is called Top 5. Right. We're gonna break down like some of your top 5 favorite things. Now the first one is like out of all the eras, like especially from Black culture, what are your top 5 favorite dances that you could think of? You could think about from history all the way to like now. Like what are your top 5 favorite dances?
Top 5, I would say my first would be my favorite breakdancing. That's like original from the start. Like I'm talking 70s, 80s, 90s era. People was breakdancing since before I was born. Then I would go into Tut. But the Tut era was way before the breakdancing era. So, you know, Tut, they once said that the Egyptians used to Tut. So I would say that. My third, then I would say I would go into more of the current. I would go into Jersey. That's just something that I like. Fourth, I would say, I would go with like Crank That Soulja Boy. If we had to go into specific dances, I would go into Crank That Soulja Boy. That's I probably buzzed off that video as well when it first released when I was younger. I believe it was in the
07?
Yeah, 07ish. That's when we started to do that. I buzzed off that as well on YouTube. Crank That Soulja Boy. Then I would have to go if I were to go with now, the more current, for my fifth, I would say the Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. That whole routine. That would be in my top 5 favorite, you know.
Cool.
Yeah, so.
Now, what are your top 5 favorite rappers?
Top 5 favorite rappers. On the plate, we got 1. I'm rocking with Pac. Then I got 2, Biggie. Then I got 3, Jay-Z. Then I got 4, Nas. And then 5th, I would say Drake. Now, there's a lot of contradiction of why I have Drake in there along with the heavy hitters, but I'm missing a lot of people. His top 5 is too, you know, it's too like narrow. But I'll have to put Drake as a 5 because his lyricism, the way he pieces words together is incredible. So it's just like it reminds me of the old school rappers, but he adds a new school flavor and he sings as well. So that's something a lot of people can't do. A lot of the MCs can't do.
And then oh yeah. Now, your top 5 favorite. Now we're gonna go into like male and female. Your top favorite female rappers, like top 5.
Top 5. Oh man, top 5. Number 1, I'm going MC Light.
Okay.
Number 2, I don't know if I have a top 5. Number 2, I would go with Queen Latifah. 3.
Take your time.
I'm gonna say 3, Nicki. 3 would definitely be Nicki. I wasn't gonna put Nicki number 1 because you know. Then you have 4. I have Trina. No. 4 I have Lil Kim. Then 5 I'll be Trina.
All right. Now I'm about to hit on to the R&B. Now when it comes to R&B, what are your top 5 favorite male R&B singers that you could think of, or that's just your favorite in general?
My favorite. Top 5, does it have to be single or can it be group?
It could be group as well. Yeah, it could be group.
Alright, so we got KCI and JoJo, Luther Vandross, what's the one? It's the one group that sang. I'm gonna come back to them.
Okay.
I know who I'm talking about. I'll come back to them though. We got KCI. What else? Chris Brown at the 4. Chris Brown at the 4. My 5th would have to be What I consider Mike Jack a singer, cause he's
he had a lot of R&B hits. Yeah.
I would consider Michael Jackson, you know, one of the all-time greats. Period. But that would be my fifth. My third, I skipped my third, but my third would be New Edition. That's my third, New Edition. Yeah.
Now five, your top five favorite R&B singers. I mean, R&B singers when it comes to females. So it could be like a female group, or it could just be a female solo artist.
I got Mary J at the 1. I got SWV at the 2. SWV, they sung Human Nature. They did the Human Nature duet with Michael Jackson. That's, yeah, number 2. 3, I would have to go with, what would I go with for the 3? It's a tough female top 5. That's a tough top 5.
And then you got like Alicia Keys and Keisha Cole and them.
Okay, Alicia Keys is definitely okay. 3. Alicia Keys at my 3. Then I have. It was somebody else that I had. It was an old school, like original.
Like Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, one of them. Like in that era.
Yeah, it was in that era. Who was it?
Diana Ross, Supremes. I'm trying to think.
I would go with Patti. At my 4, right? That was my 4?
Yeah, that's your 4.
That's my 4. My 5th would be, who would I say would be current? It's not a lot of quality, like,
today
now, as far as females, there's not a lot of quality. I would go with Carrie Hilson.
Okay.
Yeah, Carrie. A lot of people forgot, but she's doing her own thing. I would go with Carrie.
Alright. I think we're about to knock out one more thing. You said, what's your dream place again? Like where you want to live at in the future?
Dream place? I have a couple. Brazil, that's one. Tokyo, just because I'm a technology geek, so I like technology. I would go there. Also, Australia, pretty good. Top 3, but where I want to move after I graduate would have to be Cali or North Carolina. Okay. Either East Side would be, the East Coast would be North Carolina, and then West Coast would be Cali. But the good part of Cali.
Okay. So. now that you've been getting into DJing and stuff, like I've seen people like like David Guetta and DJ Khaled and stuff like that. Now, as a DJ, when you see parties on YouTube or just see parties in general, do you have like certain places that you really want to go to and see people party, like in Japan or people in Europe and different places, even in America? Like, what are some places you really want to go to because it look like they go all out, or some places you even been to?
Places where I would want to go to would be Dubai. I've seen DJ Brand from Wilmington, Delaware. He's from Wilmington. DJ Brand, I've seen him. I don't really know him personally, but I've seen him from when he was just an average, like, regular dude running around here with Meek. And when Meek had his nappy braid flow, like, Meek was nobody. So I've seen him, and they were actually cool. So when Brand became a DJ, I've heard his music from when he first started. So seeing him DJ in Dubai with the crowd is crazy. That's probably one place I wanna go. Also, I'm very versatile as far as like music. So I can do like raves, I can do EDM music. So Skrillex, when you see them DJ, they're DJing in like Australia, pretty much the places where I named, that's where they're DJing as well. And I can DJ like that type of crowd as well. So, and DJing is not easy, so it's kind of hard to judge your crowd because you don't want to look like crazy when you go out there. So I would say Brazil, Dubai, top 2, and then Australia would probably be my 3rd where I want to go.
Do you think would you consider like roller skating as a part of a music movement as well?
Of course. Roller skating, it gives you a feeling that a lot of stuff can't. When you go to skate, you feel a rhythm, but you're moving. It's like you're floating on air. So when we skate, we just had a skating party. When we skate, it felt like I was floating on air. Like, and then seeing a lot of people that come to college are from Wilmington or are from Delaware, so they've been skating at Ellesmere, they've been skating at Christiana skating ring, and then you see them now, it's just like, yeah, you're still the same, you can still skate, you still have, you know, the skills. So you're dancing on skates, soul skating, you know, a lot of people from Chicago like to skate as well, so I would say soul skating is, you're pretty much dancing on skates. Kind of reminds me of the movie Road Bounce, of course, but, and ATL, so.
Alright, this is the last thing. Now, when it comes to dance, like, remember I said that you trend a lot and you stay relevant?
Yeah.
That's basically just you as a person, like, you stay relevant. How come you think it's hard for dances to stay relevant? Like, how come they only last for like 6 months or a year? Is it because, like, our generation now, like, constantly look for new things? Because I remember back in the day, at least a dance would last for at least 5 years, or even a decade.
Yeah.
Now it seems like just 6 months. Do you think it's because our generation just feeds off new things every 5 seconds?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Our generation doesn't appreciate, like, certain cultures to its potential. To this day, everybody still knows how to crank that Soulja Boy, crank that Spider-Man, stanky leg, that Laffy Tap. Everybody knows how to do that. Because it's just stuck. All the babies that grew up when that was happening, it's embedded in our brains. The generation now, they literally want to see new things. So after a while, they keep saying the same thing. I can't keep doing Jersey. I have to do, like, certain dances, like the Millie Rock. That's new. The Millie Rock. Baltimore has a dance called the Avenue, Bird Flu. They also have Go-Go. DC has Go-Go. Stuff like that. I have to switch. I have to learn each city, each like culture to try to, so I can be able to maneuver, because I can't go here and do a Jersey dance. They'll look at me like, well, what's this? And then I can't go there and do a go-go beat your feet dance, and they're gonna look at me like, what? But breakdancing will always be breakdancing, so I can go anywhere and breakdance. That's something the generation will always see. They literally want to see something new. That's why dancers can't really stay relevant, because they can't really get every movement. But if you have the ability to maneuver each dance, then you'll be able to keep the crowd's eye.
Hit you with that. Yeah. Footwork. Okay, let me see footwork. Footwork. Go. Footwork. Okay, now walk it out.